What's up, y'all? So I hope this is good lighting because I'm not bringing out no ring lights or nothing today. But some of y'all be hating in my comments like, I guess y'all see this video, like my lives later on. I don't know. It definitely don't be when I be on here or whatever. But people be coming for me, y'all. And I just be like, y'all gotta get a life. Y'all gotta have better shit to do with yourselves because the things I get hated on for, it's like motherfuckers look for stuff. Let me look. What can I find about her? She looks happy. What can I find about her to say to her to try to ruin her day? That's how it feels sometimes. But anyways, no makeup, no ring light, no filter. This is me. So, I don't know if y'all paid attention to the title or not. Y'all know my little favorite trending topic that I've been liking to talk about lately, celebrity-wise, is Chrisean and Blueface. Because I think that since everybody's so concerned about how somebody can take somebody back or how we wouldn't tolerate certain pain, you know, I just like to like to take somebody else's situation and take it and compare it and make it relatable to something that we go through. Because it's easy when you're not on the spotlight to point the finger at somebody else's flaws or what you may very well perceive as flaws or what you may very well just not have a tolerance for, but you don't know what that individual went through to even get to where they are to be accepting half of the hurt that they're accepting. So I was thinking, right, as you see the other part of the title, it says when your actions don't match your words. So I seen, y'all know I smoke. So I'm going to keep going because I really need to drink some water because my voice is all scratchy. But I seen Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I seen a picture. I guess they was at like Floyd's. They was performing at Floyd's party or whatever. I didn't see Blueface perform. I just seen a little snippet or whatever online from, I guess, Chrisean's performance or whatever. So the picture that I saw, y'all, it was like Blueface, I guess he was there thinking he was that nigga in his little outfit or whatever. Outfit was alright. Nothing special. It was like a regular street nigga like outfit. But like some shit that somebody, so I'm from Ohio, y'all. Like that's where I grew up. So the outfit to me didn't look nothing spectacular. I guess it's cool because you just go into a fight. Let me stop acting like I'm hating on him. But it looked like some regular dope boy money outfit type of shit that you would wear to the fight, in my opinion. But the picture I had saw had Chrisean basically like, I guess, I don't know if she was like oiling his hair or whatever. You know, he got the little curls. And then it was somebody doing something to his outfit or something helping him get ready or whatever. But I was looking at the comments and I was, of course, seeing the shade that was thrown at her. And it was just little stuff like, oh, I believed in you, Chrisean. We have faith in you. And I looked at that situation and I'm like, damn, I haven't necessarily went through what Chrisean is going through. Hello. But I definitely can understand how it feels to be with somebody that you love so bad and you sit there and you question in your head, am I being treated wrong? But then you love them so much and then they tell you certain things and they manipulate you because you are not looking at the bigger picture because you're looking for fulfillment in somebody, so you don't notice it, but their actions aren't matching their words. They're telling you one thing, but they're clearly doing another. And you will sit there in a relationship forever, stuck, putting yourself through the same cycles, the same cycles. You telling people about this. They're telling you like, yeah, I don't know. You don't want to leave this individual because you love this individual. And I don't know what it is. We love, y'all. We love so hard. I know I do. And we be stuck, miserable, but want to continue and repeat certain cycles with this individual. Why do we do that? And if you think about it, I'm like, remember I was telling you guys on one of my other videos, I had looked up to see, like, what did this girl go through? Like, why does Chrisean take this type of abuse? And, I told you, I don't personally know what it feels like to be in a foster home, to have a mom that was a crackhead, a dad in and out of prison. Like, I feel like my parents weren't, we all gonna blame our parents. Oh, they could have been better, whatever. Say how we feel for the most part. We all can find a flaw where they could have done better. But we gotta meet them where they were, mentally, and have some compassion, because I don't know if you're a parent, but I definitely am. And I was a young parent. And I was abused. Like, I lacked emotional support. My mom was extremely abuseful. People thought I had a good life. I thought, to a certain degree, it didn't feel like I had a good life, but I mean, for what it appears to be, I felt like maybe I was being ungrateful. Because when you're a kid, it's so funny, because my family was like, yeah, we knew what was going on, because I wanted somebody to save me. I thought it was like, I felt like I was a fucking child of a villain. My mom's a great person, but she didn't know how to be a mom. So I think about Chrisean's abuse, and I'm like, man, she really, really, really just needs some healing and some love. It's sad, but I'm like, we say what love is not, but when you don't know what love is, when you don't love yourself, that's all you know. So I'm like, if she has parents not in and out of her life, if she has a consistency of this pattern, that's why we put ourselves through certain abuse. That's all we know. Yeah, at a certain point, we have to fix the damage ourselves, even if somebody else caused it. That's very true. But, sometimes that's easier said than done, because it has to be your environment too, right? I think that's why a lot of times, if you think about when people go through certain breakthroughs, they be like, basically, it just be them and God. And whatever God looks like to somebody. But we got to believe in something, right? And it's like, yeah, you're right. You do have to fix yourself. But I know, like, with me, I never had emotional support. So, like, I never knew how to control my emotions. I didn't even know emotional intelligence existed. Like, I knew certain words, but I didn't ask certain questions, because I've always, and I, not saying I don't deserve it, but been put in certain situations where, but I've been basically, I guess, believing in myself, because I ain't have no choice. I've been a mom since, like, right after I graduated. So I've gotten positions I wasn't mature enough for, being surrounded by a bunch of, like, corporate individuals that are way older than me, and I have to basically pretend and kind of fake it to be somebody that I'm not, just because I don't want to come off like I don't deserve the position that I'm in. And I guess that's where the disbelief was. And maybe it was because, when we're in interviews, we sell ourselves as who we want. A lot of times when you're not confident, as who we want them to believe that we are. We do these mock interviews. We study and do these things that when we really, really want something, we do what we got to do to be able to get to where we are. And sometimes that's not necessarily, that's like who we are. That's our business mask, our corporate mask, our entrepreneur mask. That's our, I got to figure this shit out mask. But if we take that stuff off and we're in the privacy of our own setting, whoever that person is, that person might need some time to still, like you had stated, fix yourself. But again, depending on the environment that you're in, if you're not around other individuals fixing themselves, if people are not practicing what they're preaching, it might take you a longer time than others to get it. And I'm like, dang, I got to get on here and talk about this because it's the truth. I'm writing this book currently, you guys, and it's like a self-help book to help people, basically stop self-sabotaging themselves, implement self-care, self-love. I'm super excited about it because I think that it's going to really, really be very healing. But when I look at other people's situations and I look at myself from where I grew from, all this stuff a lot of times roots back to a lot of childhood inner trauma that I don't want to say we necessarily forgot about, but when we don't basically visit those emotions and allocate where they belong, where they came from, it's kind of hard to let go of something. We think we let go of it until we get triggered and we experience that pain, that emotion again. And when you're not fixing things, when you're not healing things, yeah, you're going to self-sabotage yourself. You're going to self-destruct yourself, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. It's important, y'all. I look at other individuals and I'm like, and it's not a judgment thing. I stick to myself. So it's like you assume people are doing the things that you're doing until you learn that they're not. When you're introverted, you really do not know what be going on. And it's like, dang, they Instagram ain't matching their life for real. For real. For real. And it's like, it's so funny because I didn't used to understand like why people looked up to me so much, because I'd be like, if they only knew. But then I realized, and now that I've, worked on myself and healed myself, I don't mind I'm not scared to have these uncomfortable conversations or conversations at all. So I ask questions. And it's like confident boosters, because when you believe in yourself and it matches what your loved ones say about you, that shit hit different. You think sometimes your friends and your loved ones got to say stuff just because what? They obligated to? Hell no. They be telling you the truth the whole time. Man. Now, sometimes, I'm not saying believe everything, but it's important to work on you. Y'all got to work on that inner self. It's important. Oh my God, it's so important. It's so important. It's one of the best things that I could have ever done for myself. It's so healthy. You guys, I barely have bad days, and I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm so proud because I remember back in a time where I barely had a good one. I encourage you guys. I encourage you guys to subscribe to this channel, because if you don't know where to start, my videos will help. All I want to do is help people learn to feel what joy is. Learn how to put themselves in a happiness state of mind. This stuff is just emotions. It's temporary. So that means you can create them. But in order to create more of them, you have to practice doing more of, putting yourself in more of those situations. It's a process. The shit does not happen overnight. I'm still working on a lot. But you're forever growing, you guys. We're here to expand. But life is supposed to not just be happy for certain people. It's everybody. It's really all mental. And yes, it is easier said than done for some people who have not done the work, because you have to learn how to get yourself there if you are not put in the right environment to show you that. But we all have areas of improvement. And this is the way that I feel. We believe in everything else but ourselves. Why is that? Choose you. Bet on you. You all you got. At the end of the day, I choose happiness. I don't choose to stay in my hurt. That's why I had to revisit my hurt, so I can figure out what the fuck am I really mad about. Because it's definitely not this new person that I done let in my life. I just met them. They're the trigger. They're not the cause of it. You're the one that has a problem with something. So if you want to change something, you got to be the change. It has to start with you. I promise. When you start changing, your mindset will start shifting. And the things that you would have never thought would have been possible, you will see yourself doing them with ease. I promise y'all I can take y'all closer to figuring out who you are again. But you got to really want to put in the work. But for those of you who have been following, you know that I work in the morning, so I'm about to get myself together. I got like an hour before I'm about to start. I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.